And welcome back to Out and About Today. Now, as we continue with the entertainment outlook, great passion, tragic betrayal, forbidden love, hushed homosexuality, untimely murder. All elements of Act One's Nashville premiere, actually Tennessee's premiere, of the award-winning drama Lilies. Here's a little peek at the film that was inspired by the theatrical tale.
Don't you listen when we talk to you, Lord? What's the point of praying? What's the point of suffering if you don't even listen to us?
Go ahead, Simon. Play your part.
It's a really intriguing play. Joining me now, director Matt Smith. Great to see you, Matt.
Good to see you, Chuck.
All right, this play, I mean, there's so much that's going on. You know, we just kind of gave some of the taglines, you know, and you think forbidden love, tragic betrayal, great passion, untimely murder, all those kind of things. What drew you to this project?
Well, Asa Ambrister, who's producing the play for us at Act One, brought it to me initially. And I read the script, I saw the movie, I read the script again, I read it over and over again, and the more I read it, the more I realized that there's so much going on under the surface of this play. It's on the surface, it's kind of this ethereal, ephemeral, sort of romantic love story, but beyond that, there's a play within a play within a play. There's, you know, all of the things you said, you know, the half-naked boys running around and stuff like that, which never hurts.
Right.
But in addition to that, it tries to answer so many questions about the human condition, if you will. And I know there's a quote you wrote down by Issa that...
Yes. I mean, this, and you said this attracted you to it, and the quote is, "Never forget, we walk on hell gazing at flowers."
Right. Lilies, the purity of lilies, the purity of fire. It's earth, water, air, and fire. There are elements of theatrical artifice that attempt to tell the truth. Like I said, within a play, within a play, within a play. And it's very complex and subtle, and at the same time entertaining. There's sort of a gentle humor to it. There's a great deal of, certainly, of tragedy. There's madness, there's passion. I look at it kind of like a bleak landscape with these brief, sort of huge volcanic eruptions of passion or violence or love or betrayal. And then, of course, you've got the revenge
right.
Element to it as well, you know, without wanting to give away any of the story. There's a lot of reasons to come see this thing.
There really is, and at the heart of the story, it's a romantic triangle, three young men, and it's a look back. They kind of recreate what happened for some of the people. We don't want to, I know, give away too much, because that's part of the intriguingness of the show. But this love triangle, you know, there's always someone on the outside of the love triangle looking in. What happens? There is betrayal, there is murder. It's the Tennessee premiere of this play, French play, and they brought here, they did, you know, a movie version, won the Academy Award in Canada, their version of the Academy Award. How do you entice people to come to see this in the Tennessee premiere?
Well, you mentioned the love triangle. I think that's one of the most fascinating things about the play, because there is a triangle, but there's not just a triangle made up of three people. There's a triangle made up of three types of love in this play. There's filial love, love between a mother and a son. There's religious love, the love of Saint Sebastian, and whether that love can transcend death. And there's, of course, romantic love, forbidden love, the love between two young boys. And I just think, like I said, beyond the action, the violence, the passion, and all of that, there's so much of interest here. And I think too, the way that I envision staging it, there's an experience that I want the audience to have from the time they walk in the door to the time they walk out the door. And I would just say, if they miss this experience, they're going to regret it.
Yeah, I want to make sure, definitely want to get there. We want to get the information for you right there. This is Act One's version of Lilies, November 7th through the 15th at the Darkhorse Theater. For tickets, act1online.com. Great cast: Phil Brady, John Silvestro, Bradley Moore, Daniel DeVoe, Ricardo Puerta, Doug Allen, Michael Rex, Brian Lake. You're directing, Memory Stone, and I'm in it as well. So thanks for great having you, though.
Great to be here.
Looking
Thanks
forward
so
to
much,
this.
Chuck.
That's all the time we have. We'll see you next time on Out and About Today.